Man, picture this. You're staring at a beat-up '95 Toyota Land Cruiser in some dusty backlot rust creeping up the fenders like it's got stories etched in every flake. And the seller slaps a price tag on it for 75 grand more than a brand spankin' new luxury hauler fresh off the lot. What the hell? That ain't no glitch in the matrix. That's the Cruiser pulling a fast one on the whole damn auto world in 2025. Stick around, cause by the end, I'm gonna drop the one mod that turns these relics into unstoppable beasts that make you question everything you thought you knew about new versus old. You won't see it coming. Hey, if you're new here on Gearhead Garageware, we chase down the ghosts of great machines, wrench on them till our knuckles bleed, and spill the oil on why some rides just refuse to. Dice mash that sub button and join the crew. We've been knee-deep in engines since the days when mullets were mandatory, and today's dive into these 90s Land Cruisers. It's like cracking open a time capsule that smells like victory laps and bad decisions. Let me take you back, way back, to that first rumble I felt as a snot-nosed kid in '92. Dad had this 9180 series Cruiser, pearl white with a roof rack piled high with firewood and dreams. We were bombing down a fire road in the Cascades, tires clawing at mud like they owed it money, when the heavens opened up a monsoon that turned the trail into a chocolate river. Most rigs would have folded like a cheap lawn chair, but that Cruiser, it laughed, powered through with that inline-six humming like a hymn. No fuss, no flood of dash lights. That's when I got it. These ain't just trucks. They're tanks with souls. Built by Toyota, back when overbuilt meant slapping on extra steel just 'cause why the hell not? Fast forward to now, 2025, and the market's gone bonkers. You're scrolling listings, and bam clean 93 to 97 models. The heart of the 80 series run, fetching 60 to 80K easy. Some low-mile gems pushing north of 100. Compare that to the shiny newbies. A loaded 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 stickers at 42 grand. Sips gas like a camel but feels about as rugged as a yoga mat off-road. Or the Ford Explorer XLT, bestseller in the midsize pack, clocking in around 38K room for the whole PTA. Sure, but try flexing it over Moab boulders without hearing the frame whimper. Hell, even the hot rod Tesla Model Y, topping sales charts at 50,000, zips like a caffeinated squirrel, but ghosts out the second you hit real dirt. Battery whining for a charger in the middle of nowhere. Why the premium on these dinosaurs? It ain't nostalgia alone. The Lord knows that boxy silhouette, those squared off lines screaming I was born to bash rocks, hits like a shot of whiskey on a cold night. Nah, it's the bones. Toyota engineered these for apocalypse prep, not mall crawls. Take the 4.5-liter 1, FCS straight 6, carbureted Fury in the early ones, fuel-injected beasts later, pushing 212 horses through a full-time four-wheel drive setup with low-range gearing that'd make a rock crawler weep. No turbo nonsense to grenade at 200k miles. Just pure, piston-pounding torque that'll haul a horse trailer up a goat path without breaking a sweat. In the frame, ladder-strong coil-sprung, solid axles front and rear, none of that independent suspension fluff that turns new SUVs into shopping carts on washboard trails. But here's the off-the-wall bit that'll fry your circuits. These 90s Cruisers are appreciating assets. Like fine wine or Bitcoin before it tanked. Back in '05, you could have snagged one for 10 grand. Rust be damned. Now, values climbed 20% last year alone. Per the Hagerty folks, cause supplies drying up faster than a desert creek. Toyota quit pumping out the big V8 100 series stateside after '07 and the '80s. They re-getting tucked into garages like museum pieces mods with worn winches and old man Emu lifts fetching auction bucks that buy you too new to it's the anti-depreciation rebellion in a world where new rides lose 30% the second you drive off the lot. Sharp analysis. In an era of EV mandates and chip shortages, folks are flocking to analog iron that doesn't need a software update to start. Reliability stats back it. J.D. Power ranks M tops for long-haul survivors, with owners logging for OK miles on original mills. If you change the oil more than you change your socks, think about the tales baked into these hulks. I once chased a '96 through the Mojave with a Buddy S Overland Rig-a-Suit-Tup, '05 Tacoma, that ate its own diff halfway in. The Cruiser, it shrugged off a snapped sway bar, kept rolling till we hit pavement, then towed the tack back to camp like it was just another Tuesday. That's not spec sheet BS. That's heart, the kind new SUVs chase with adventure packages that are basically stickers and queue folders. Comparisons. The 2025 Broncos are riot. Wild as a bronc in a china shop, but its EcoBoost twins overheat and sustained crawls, and that price creeps to 50k loaded. The Defender, 80 grand for British charm that strands you with a 5,000 pounds repair bill. Cruisers, 1,500 in parts, a weekend in the driveway, and you're golden. And don't get me started on the cult. Overland Expos in '25 are swarmed with 80 series wagons decked in rooftop tents and solar panels, turning van life into a full-on migration. It's that simple, joy no screens, bossing you around. Just you, the throttle, and the horizon. But prices, they're the gut punch, forcing choices. Shell out for a restored 94 with factory paint still gleaming. Or chase a beater and build your own legend. Alright, we're winding down this midnight cruise, but remember that mod I teased. The one that catapults these 90s titans into 2025 supremacy. It's not a lift kit or injector zits ditching the stock alternator for a high-output monster, like a 200 MP Delco, wired straight to a bank of lithiums under the hood. Why? 'Cause in this EV-crazed world, you're running fridges, winches, and Starlink off-grid for weeks, not hours. That single swap turns your cruiser into a mobile fortress, outlasting the new stuff. That's all flash, no fire. So gearhead, next time you eyeball a showroom full of gadgets, ask yourself, do I want a machine that drives me, or one that carries my story? Hit the comments. What's your white whale cruiser tale? Like if this fired you up, share with your wrenching pals, and we'll see you on the next dirt detour. Drive hard, live free.